Yo, so let's go to Westminster. It's pretty far.
That's the way. Doing fine, girl. Yeah. That's a girl. Yeah. Keep moving. Let's go. Steady on. Hold on, girl. Easy.
So it's you.
My dear friend, the Ghost Club has an extraordinary case for you. Spiritualist Thaddeus the Amazing has predicted his own death at his next séance. Could you have a look?
Right. So let's go to the psychic's house.
What is happening here? Not yet. Someone, light the lamps.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's actually dead.
His hair and clothing are slightly squashed. Next
The blood enough stuck in his torso. Who could have been the illusionist? Some dynamite. Rudimentary timer with charred remains and fuse attached. Fuse leads to an empty plastic cylinder. Apparently, the container of a non-lethal amount of gunpowder to produce the risen flesh of light. Okay. Syndicate House private. The list of Thaddeus' clients' addresses. There are also two columns for each client. Both columns indicate significant amounts of money per seance. The first column appears to refer directly to the planet. It isn't clear to whom the second column refers to. However, Dr. Wilbur is missing from the list. Weather, probably written weeks ago, a founder-aged tramp who lives on the street near one of the pigeons. The fellow smokes like a chimney, and for the price of a few cigarettes, he supplies me all the information we need. Theatrical supply, flashbulb 8 shillings. Okay. Love a dog. Get his signature at the next session, or I swear I'll expose you. A.R. Oh, A.R. monstrous person. An unsigned paper which would enable Thaddeus Smith to act as Howard Roberts' legal representative.
I wonder if someone can tell me more about this.
Well,
Nothing but a showman, really. Each week he gave a seance with all his clients present together. So many people makes everything much more dramatic. I attend Lady Ursula at these sessions. She's ailing and needs someone to help her along. I have no particular belief in an afterworld, but if it comforts Milady, I see no harm.
I sought him out after the death of Mittens. Mittens is my beloved kitty cat. She was run over by a milk wagon several weeks ago. I've been trying desperately to contact my sweet thing ever since. I'm not well, though, and likely haven't long to live myself. I was so hoping to hear from my loved one. I'm convinced Thaddeus could have communicated Mittens' wishes to me. I must know to whom Mittens wishes that I should leave my fortune. And now Thaddeus is lost to us. I shall never know.
This is so frustrating. I had a simple question, but I've had to come back for seance after seance, week after week. Each time Thaddeus divined a partial number from the other side, but never the entire correct number. Today he promised that I would get everything. Thaddeus felt that if I signed some papers, it would demonstrate to my dead father that I had absolute trust in Thaddeus.
He was an incredible psychic. I came to clarify some personal financial matters. I don't understand what happened. He foretold his own death, but I didn't expect it to happen like this.
I have no doubt that his powers were genuine. He was able to tell me of my daily comings and goings, and all manner of details that he couldn't possibly have known. He certainly was going to be able to put me in contact with my sister. I'm so sorry to lose Thaddeus. The oddest part is that he claimed all would be revealed to each of us before his death. I've been coming here to decide whether I should accept a marriage proposal. Thaddeus had been attempting to contact my departed sister so that she could give me advice. Thaddeus was a kind man who sincerely wanted me to make the best choice. Now what am I to do?
okay. So this is done.
On you go now.
Let's go to house. I found another newspaper article similar to the one I gave you. This one is from Sydney. It appears we were exposed at the next seance. Just as those people were. Douglas, you got me into this. Professor Solbert. Okay. Interesting spot. That wasn't heard. Excellent. But Miriam, my maid, and to Douglas, my butler, I live in Butler, China, in thanks for their long service, to be doing on a rainy day whenever that day shall be, and leave the dear cat mittens all my remaining vertical goods, in the hope they would bring a small portion of the joy he has brought me. In anguished handwriting, the margin scrawled, whatever will I do now, that my dear mittens is no more. Poor ass mittens. Well, probably people don't like the idea that a cat inherit all of that. So let's talk with some gingers, like you.
Lady Ursula was planning to leave her fortune to her cat Mittens. Since the cat passed on, she's been going to that spiritualist in hopes that Mittens will tell her what to do with the money. He's been Lady Ursula's butler for years. We have plans to marry. But first, Douglas needs to put together a little nest egg. He says he'll have some money soon. Lady Ursula's health is not good at all. And now she's lost her cat, it's almost like she has nothing left to live for.
Look at this. Lady Ursula's house, Boston newspapers clipping, dated 7 months ago. Medium foretells his own death. In a stunningly dramatic final seance, psychic Roberto Magnifico revealed that several clients were being introduced by the loved ones who had paid to give information as his false seance. But then, just as predicted, he was killed in a mysterious explosion during his final seance on Newbury Street. One of his clients, a Dr. Pink, pronounced him dead at the scene. Phrases introduced by the loved ones in the mysterious explosion are circled in pencil. Aspects. Let's interrogate the aspects. So there was a letter in one of the pockets. Void, dear lad. If you don't get me the money by the end of the month, you will be in a heap of trouble. The kind of trouble that hurts. Need I say more? His rebel boy's business plans appear to be sound. As long as he has no other present obligations, I believe that, if your daughter accepts the proposal, the money you settle on the happy couple would mean the success of Mr. Boyd's venture, and your daughter, Janice, would live a comfortable life.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Well, well, well. That's good sound, finally. I've seen some affection for Everett, but I don't think my sister would approve of him. She always paid me quite more than which merely appears directly in front of my head. My father would urge me otherwise. Father, father, father. You don't let her choose freely. No more to it? Nope. Not here anyway.
Never trust a man who tells you what you want to hear. He's after something. Taking advantage of my daughter's love for her departed sister. With that charlatan gone, things can get back to normal. My daughter's engagement to Everett Boyd can be announced at last.
That's suspicious.
The girls of Janice's age should be married. Everett is a very sensible young man from a good family. He'll be very successful, I'm sure of it. Janice's elder sister was strong-willed. Janice always followed her lead. That's why it's so sad that she asks for advice, even in death. Time for Janice to think for herself. I know what's best for her.
That's suspicious.
Janice is a lovely creature. I would be honored were she to accept my proposal. I do adore her. I know the owner of a local brewery, and I'm convinced his business will flourish. He just needs some financial backing. Now Janice is free to be married at last. I'll invest my dowry in the brewery and make a fortune. Her father mentioned this swindler to me. I understand it's because of him that my engagement has been delayed.
Banknotes. Or notes about bank. Not banknotes. Note added to father's will. A note appended to father's will specifying that the port of my fortune is simply secured in an account, particulars of which will be communicated by word of mouth to my son. His house in newspaper clipping, 13 over a year ago, mysterious death at King Street. The spiritualist who went by the name Felix Magnus claimed that he would die at his next seance. But the outcome felt even more dramatic. Mr. Magnus demonstrated to several clients that his closest friends and relations were swindling them by Magnus himself. Before bursts of smoke and flame ended the seance abruptly. Magnus was declared dead by a sudden Dr. Paulson. He was attended as a client.
My brother has become obsessed with some secret bank account. He inherited almost all of my father's fortune, as well he should as the male heir. But some was locked in a secret account. I think it unlikely that it should be a significant amount. Power of attorney to a psychic. That sounds very unusual indeed. I went along to the seances a couple of times. I thought it was a waste of my brother's time.
Probably was. What the fuck? So, near the pigeons. So there's a guy who's smoking all the time. Apparently. what he did. Something else works. There you go. Pile of thumbs out cigarette butts. Likely back by a fake. This was not to fuck this time. Okay. So this is the guy who was paid in cigarettes, but to smuggle information, so got no sense. Wait. Let's go this way. This guy's smoke, look at this. This is just the scent. It's Jacob's. Oh, here's the guy.
That's me. Yeah, some fella come by here every so often. Gives me a silver sixpence if I tell him everything about the folks in that house. Nothing unusual about him. Just a regular fella. I've seen him go into that building over there. Nothing unusual about him. Just a regular fella. I've seen him go into that building over there.
Over there, where? Over there, the office. Nothing interesting here. This is a very nice place. Some business cards for a medical doctor. All are identical except each is printed with a different name. Okay. W right after the others as usual. It will deflect suspicion. Also make certain that we get a big flash this time. Okay, it was a theatricality. They must be convinced it's enough to kill me. It's a fake. Yeah. A set of flies intelligence organized details regarding Thaddeus' his clients. For example, one scout to tell her he should inherit. Okay, so you're a con artist. Janice's sister called her Sissy. The cat loved to play with Lady U's teaspoons. Okay, so he was paying the guy for information and then pretend he was a psychic or something. Wants you to tell her that her sister approves of the marriage. Knows account number, needs his signature to access. Howard's father enjoyed house shooting.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
There's one that's missing. Just something. No, not per se. What's this? Flat fan on the floor. Okay, the last clue. Everything. Some buck. No, it's not. There you go.
You think someone paid Thaddeus to tell my lady that a cat wanted them to inherit? Well, that would be quite a clever scheme indeed.
I simply do not believe it. And if you're implying that my butler was paying Thaddeus, I must ask you, why would a great psychic do the bidding of a common butler?
This is
My own sister? Paying Thaddeus off? I thought he was a bit too insistent that I sign that paper. Well, Anne is going to get a good talking to, believe you me.
yeah. It's Father Douglas.
Good Lord, you found the office? I admit it then. Thaddeus and I traveled the world, bamboozling the gullible and then exposing a swindle. But his death was meant to be a fake. I've no reason to want Thaddeus dead. Quite the contrary.
Or you, Wilburn. Doesn't matter. That's what.
You believe that Everett paid Thaddeus to manipulate me? It cannot be true. Thaddeus knew all of my comings and goings. He genuinely could communicate with the world beyond.
Okay. So, does Douglas have a motive? Yes, because he doesn't fucking want the cat to inherit everything. Like I suspected before.
He was going to reveal my plot. He paid the price for betraying a fellow crook.
This Thaddeus fellow was rather too clever by half. But you pieced it all together very cleverly. Mr. Ring was particularly interested in this one. He admired the duplicity of Thaddeus.
That's so cliche, actually. Conjuring up murder! Spiritualist Thaddeus Smith routinely swindled not just his clients, but his clients' friends and families. In city after city, Thaddeus and his confederate Dr. Wilburn lured in those desperate to speak to the departed in the afterworld. But the swindlers were doubly paid. First by their clients, then by those close to them who wished to manipulate them. In such a fashion, Miss Anne Roberts hoped to gain legal authority for her brother in order to remove funds from the secret bank account. Mr. Oakboyd wished to ensure his marriage to Janice Asquith would take place in order to gain a lucrative settlement. And Lady Ursula's butler, Douglas, wished to have the dead cat counsel her to leave her fortune to Douglas himself. But none of these accounted for Thaddeus's odd quirk of enjoying giving a good lesson to his fellow swindlers once he emptied the coffer of his clients. Thaddeus then habitually exposed his manipulators before escaping by feigning his own death. This was corroborated by the supposed Dr. Wilbur, preferred him to be simply one more client, but on this occasion Anne realized the coming exposure and enticed the butler Douglas, the only swindler present at the crime scene, to murder Thaddeus in the dark. Farewell, Thaddeus. You may now speak to those in the afterworld at your leisure.